A coordinated effort to take down a suspected dogfighting operation in Northwest Jacksonville.
Now, earlier today, Sky 4 flew over multiple scenes believed to be part of the same investigation. Law enforcement, animal control officers, they were at each scene. Multiple pit bulls and pit bull mixes were seized by animal control officers, and they were placed into protective custody.
News4Jax reporter Eric Avanier has been on this story all day, and he's joining us now live from outside City Animal Control, the shelter where those dogs are now resting. Eric.
Yeah, I got to tell you, those animals had a very long day after they were removed during the execution of a search warrant to look for evidence of dogfighting. Now, at one of the locations, we did in fact see a man who was being detained in handcuffs, but we are not able to confirm if he was actually arrested. However, at a second location, we got confirmation from JSO that the two people that we saw being handcuffed, they were in fact taken into custody and arrested and hauled off to jail.
Wednesday afternoon, our camera recorded multiple dogs being removed from the back of a home on Gilchrist Road by animal control officers. Every one of the dogs appeared to be pit bulls. The animals were being removed as part of an investigation into suspected dogfighting. JSO arrested a man and a woman at this location. We're told both face charges in connection to dogfighting. At the same time, about 5 miles away on Sawyer Avenue, we see a dog being carried away from a home that was also being raided by police as part of an investigation into dogfighting. We also saw a man being led away in handcuffs, but we're not able to confirm if he was actually arrested or just detained. And right around the corner on Rutledge Avenue, another scene of law enforcement and animal control believed to be connected to the same investigation.
It doesn't surprise me.
Jim Crosby is a retired JSO police officer who is one of the nation's leading experts on dogfighting investigations. He says raiding more than one location at the same time is very common.
Oftentimes people will keep dogs in different locations, so there's not as many all together. They also often keep the dogs in one place and actually fight in another place.
One of the dogs placed into protective custody was missing a leg. Crosby says it's common to discover an injured animal.
They can be anything from scarring from the fights to missing limbs.
But it wasn't just dogs that were removed as evidence. We saw heavy chains and shackles. More heavy chains were connected to what appeared to be a concrete weight, and we saw treadmills unlike the ones you see at the gym. These were all pieces of evidence considered by investigators to be tools to condition a dog to fight.
Back here live, of course, this continues to be an ongoing investigation, which means the possibility of more arrests. Reporting live, Eric Avanier, Channel 4, the local station.
So, Eric, how did this investigation begin?
You know, that is what we are still trying to figure out. You know, from previous coverage of these type of investigations, we've seen where an investigation into dogfighting starts from something as simple as animal noise complaints. We've also seen situations where someone who has been arrested has ratted out on someone, you know, just as part of a plea deal, you know, especially when it involves other crimes and links to, like, say, for instance, narcotics.
All right, Eric Avanier reporting to us live. Thank you, Eric.